Get this meeting underway, so if the council meeting could please go to their seats. We appreciate it. And if we can shut our cell phones off, we really appreciate it. And at this time, if everybody would stand. And Sean Hatch, why don't you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance? Sean, come forward.
Thank you all very much now.
You're welcome. All right.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And I'd like to ask Councilwoman Stanley to lead us in prayer. Councilwoman?
Thank you. Great and gracious God, we pause before you tonight because we know that you will hear our prayers. Open our hearts and our ears and our hearts so that we may think honestly and speak wisely. Make us ready to listen to others so that we may work with order, peace, moderation, and patience. We are grateful for the blessings that you give this, the great city of Danbury, and these United States. And Lord, we ask for your continual blessing for the men and women in our armed forces who risk their safety to safeguard our freedom around the world. They need our prayers tonight and always. Amen.
Well said, Councilwoman. I just want to let you know we're working on the sound system tonight, and we have the technicians with us, so that means everything's going to work perfectly, and we're not going to be able to recreate the problems we've been having for the last 22 years. So, because that's just how we roll here in the city. With that, I'm going to ask any member of the public wish to come forward and address members of the council this evening. Is there any member of the public that wishes to Mrs. Mitchell? Just a reminder, you must be a resident and/or taxpayer of the city of Danbury. You must speak about something that's specifically on the agenda. Ms. Mitchell is a taxpayer, yes? Excuse me, 1 second, Ms. Mitchell, 1 second. Clerk, please call the roll.
Arconti.
Here.
Curry.
Here.
DeVici.
Here.
Riley. Seabury.
Here.
Stanley.
Here.
Taylor.
Here.
Cola.
Here.
Negusha.
Present.
Hallis. Cabo.
Present.
Zadi.
Present.
Visconti.
Present.
Trombetta.
Present.
Knapp.
Here.
Nero.
Here.
Perkins. Shenice.
Present.
Botello.
Here.
Scozzafava.
Here.
And Tyshaw.
Okay, there'll be 19 present, 2 absent. Actually, there's 3. 18 present and 3 absent. Let the record reflect the following. Councilman Riley has had a successful surgery, but he is on the mend. Not up to obviously coming to a meeting, but we certainly send him our positive thoughts and prayers as he begins to work on his recovery. And I know that he has inquired a couple times in my office just for all you folks to know he's doing really well and he wants you to know that. Mrs. being here is one night a week or 1 night a month. And, but he's looking good, so things have gone well for him. Councilman Hallis, as you know, also has had surgery. I believe Councilman Trombetta and Councilman Stanley, he's on the mend also. Glen Hill. And he's supposed to come home tomorrow. Going to come home tomorrow, so I'm sure he's chomping at the bit, but we wish him a speedy recovery also. And Councilman Perkins is at work this evening, so that completes the role. And now we'll go to the public speaking. As I mentioned earlier, the first 30 minutes of all city council meetings are reserved for public speaking. You must be a resident and or a taxpayer of the city of Danbury to address the council. Mrs. Mitchell, you have the floor.
Margaret Mitchell, Park Place and Main Street. I'm a taxpayer. I just wanted to thank everybody and every department. I read the department reports and about the flooding and what you've done. And I know a lot of people were very grateful that 311 was kept open so that when they had concerns, there was a live human being there to talk to them. And I think everything went as well as it could. I would like us to move forward and clean the tributaries and find money someplace to do some things, because this has been going on for my whole life. And I went to the 50th class reunion. They had all the pictures of the flood of 55, because that was a real character builder for those of us that lived through the flood of 55 and didn't go to school and worked in the mud and so on. So thank you to everybody. I wanted to say thank you, because most of the time you hear the criticism and you don't get much praise. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Mrs. Mitchell. Anybody else wish to address the council this evening? Seeing none, then we'll go on with the regular few announcements from the council. As many of you may or not know, our assistant Elisa has been out an emergency the last 2 days, so I don't have her normal schedule of events. So I'm going to read off a couple of them just so you can write them down, so I'll go slow. Thursday night, October 6th, is the Firefighter of the Year event by the Exchange Club. That is usually held this year by the Vespucci, I believe. Did you finally get a new phone?
Finally. I'm trying to figure that out.
All right. Saturday morning, if the council and members of the public that are watching tonight could join me at 9 a.m. for our flag raising for the Columbus Day weekend for the Italian American Club. It'd be nice to have a little bit of a turnout. It's a nice quick event. We won't be too disruptive, but it's good to see everybody there. Obviously important for the Vespucci. And of course, that day is the Columbus Day dinner dance later that night at the Italian American Club. The DHS Athletic Hall of Fame is scheduled for 10/21 at 6 p.m. That's typically held at the Amber Room, as well as a whole host of other events that are happening this month. We have the firefighters. I don't see Chief Harold here, but the date for that is the 15th. Is 10 to 2 is the annual open house at the fire department. If members of the public are watching this evening, or council people have children or grandchildren and they want to bring them and let them sort of meet the firefighters and look at all the apparatus, and for you taxpayers who want to see where millions of dollars go every year, you're happy to go and see all the nice toys that the chief has purchased. And but it's also an important day to put people in touch with fire safety and obviously fire prevention. Fire marshals will be there. They do a really good job. It's a good day. Are we going to do the bucket truck?
We're not sure, Mayor.
Okay.
No.
No. Okay. This year we will not be hoisting people 110 feet above it. Okay. Catholic War veterans are having their 65th anniversary. That's on Sunday, October 30th at 1 p.m. That'll be held at the Vespucci, and you can see Richie Raymond or Tom Sadi for info for tickets. And we have Mike Hallis has his annual juvenile diabetes fundraiser. It's a huge event. I encourage all the council to show up at the Hallis Farm. It's a very well done event. Pumpkin painting for the kids. All the money that's raised there goes to the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation. And that is held, of course, I have no idea the date, but I believe it's October 23rd, right? It's a Sunday. It runs from about 11 to about 4-ish. And it's a really good day. So if you look for something to do with the kids, bring them over there, and it's free of charge. We just ask that you make a donation to the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation. That is by no means a list of all the items that are happening here in Danbury in the month of October, but that'll give you a good start. Of course, I don't have a list of any birthdays or anniversaries, so if you have a birthday this month or anniversary, I wish you a happy birthday and happy anniversary. And finally, Mr. Seabury has a new, Bill Curran's birthday is this week. Chief? He's looking cranky. October 9th is your birthday? Happy birthday. And Councilman Seabury has a new addition to his family. Tyler Harrison Smith was born in what day, Councilman?
Yeah.
Yep, okay. A new baby grandson for the Seabury family, so congratulations. Fifth? Gotta be more than that. Only 5? Fifth wedding anniversary, October 8th. Congratulations, Councilman. Happy return. Is there anybody else? Shay? Shay Negershet and Monica Negershet's anniversary is on October 23rd. Congratulations. Don Taylor's 35th anniversary. What date? Well,
36.
36.
36.
What's the date on that, Mr. Council?
October 4th?
October 4th.
Tonight?
Tonight! And where are you? You're at a city council meeting. You're a great American.
I went out to dinner early.
36 years.
Wow. That's it, I'm done with the announcements. Anybody else? God bless you. All right, Mr. President, give me the minutes, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'd like to make a motion that we waive the reading of the minutes, as all members have copies, and copies are on file in the Legislative Assistant's Office.
Second.
Motion made and seconded by Councilman Negershet. Are there any changes, deletions, or corrections to the minutes as presented? Seeing none, I'll try our minds on acceptance. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Mr. Majority Leader, can we have the consent calendar, please?
Yes, sir, you may. Consent calendar, October 4th, 2011, reads as follows. Number 1, receive the communication, approve the appointment of Helen M. Hofstad as a member of the Planning Commission for the term to expire January 1st, 2014. Number 3, receive the communication, refer the application to the water and sewer extensions at 30 Reynolds Road, Assessor's Lot H08105 and H08106 to the City Engineer and Planning Commission for reports. Number 6, receive the communication, adopt a resolution that will allow the City of Danbury to apply for and accept funding from the State of Connecticut Department of Public Health, which will allow the city to continue its emergency planning and response activities. This funding, which will not exceed $56,324, covers the time period from August 10, 2011 through August 9, 2012, and requires no local match. Number 7, receive the positive reports of the City Engineer and Planning Commission and approve the request for the time extension of sewer extension for Berkshire Shopping Center, 67 Newtown Road. The approval of this application is subject to the applicant meeting all requirements of both engineering and public utility departments, and all plans and documents conform and content acceptable to the Corporation Counsel's Office prior to reporting. That serves the consent calendar for October 4th.
You did a fine job there, Mr. Seabury.
Absolutely right.
All right. Now, what's your pleasure, Council? Mr. Knapp.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'd like to make a motion to approve the consent calendar as presented.
Second.
Motion made and seconded by Mr. Taylor. Any discussion about the consent calendar? Seeing none, then I'll try your minds on acceptance. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries unanimously. Madam Clerk, item 1, please. Item 1 was placed on consent. My bad. Madam Clerk, item 2.
Communication, naming of Pocono Lane Bypass Road. Dear President, Cabo, and council members, we are in receipt of a petition from more than 70 residents of the Pocono Lane area neighborhood requesting that the bypass road built by the city between Pocono Lane and Mountain View Terrace be named Neal's Way. As you may recall, after years of traffic issues, accidents, and refusals by the state of Connecticut to act, Mayor Boughton and I worked with area residents, and with the cooperation of Gary Michael Sr., we were able to obtain property necessary to construct the much-needed bypass road. This same but very important road remains unnamed, and as such, a group of residents are petitioning to name the road after the late Neil Van Valkenburg. It was Mr. Van Valkenburg who first suggested to his daughter Linda Van Valkenburg that she begin a petition drive to convince officials to address this issue. She did that and so much more to bring this issue to the forefront. Mr. Van Valkenburg died last year. and to honor his memory and his concern for this neighborhood, we respectfully request that the city council refer this petition to the appropriate departments to begin the process for naming this road Neal's Way. Thank you for your time, and we are available to respond to any questions you may have. Truly, Tom Sadi and Peter Nero, 4th Ward Council.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. What's your pleasure, council? Mr. Trebek.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'd like to receive the communication and refer this to the planning commission for report.
Seeing no objection, it is so ordered. Madam Clerk, item 4, please.
Resolution, Savings Bank of Danbury, Health and Human Services. To Honorable Mark Bowden from the council, to the council, from David St. Hilaire, Director of Finance. Attached for your review is a resolution that will allow the City of Danbury Health and Human Services Department to apply for and accept funding from the Savings Bank of Danbury Foundation. This funding, not to exceed $10,000, will be used to support oral health care services at the 3 school-based health centers and will be utilized during the 2011-2012 school year. There is no local match required. The City Council is respectfully requested to consider this resolution at its next meeting.
What's your pleasure on this item, City Council? Mr. Negushat?
Thank you, Your Honor. I'd like to make a motion to receive the communication and adopt the resolution allowing the City of Danbury Health and Human Services Department to apply for and accept funding from the Savings Bank of Danbury Foundation.
Motion made second by Mr. Shinichi. I just want to point out in your agenda, council people, you'll see something called an impact statement. This is initiated by Mr. St. Hilaire to provide you a little bit more detailed information about said grants that are being applied for, what their impact is to the city, and how the knowledge will be used. So with that, we'll have a second discussion about the grant. Seeing none, then I'll try your minds on acceptance. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposition? Motion carries unanimously. Madam Clerk, item 5, please.
Resolution. To Honorable Mark, the Town City Council, from David St. Hilaire, Director of Finance. Attached for your review is a resolution that will allow the City of Danbury Health and Human Services Department to apply for and accept funding from the Union Savings Bank Foundation. The funding, not to exceed $10,000, will be used to support oral health care services at the 3 school-based health centers and will be utilized in the 2011-2012 school year. There is no local match required. The City Council is respectfully requested to consider this resolution at its next meeting.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. What's your pleasure, Council? Councilwoman Stanley.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'd like to make a motion to receive the communication, adopt the resolution authorizing Mayor Mark Bowden or Scott LaVoy, Director of Health, to apply for and accept funding from the Union Savings Bank Foundation to use the funds to support oral health care services at the 3 school-based health care centers.
Second.
Motion made, seconded by Mr. Seabury. Any discussion about this item? Seeing none, then I'll try your minds. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, signify by saying nay. Ayes have it, motion carries unanimously. Items 6 and 7 are on consent. Madam Clerk, item 8, please.
Ad hoc report and ordinance.
Mr. Knapp, do you want to make a motion? Or is that Mr. Seabury?
I'd like to make a motion, Mr. Mayor, to waive the readings of the minutes of the meeting, please.
Second.
Okay, motion made. Any objections to waiving reading of the minutes, or would you prefer a vote, council? Seeing no objection, then we'll consider the minutes being read as all members have copy. I will now entertain the main motion of entertainment. Yes, Stanley.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'd like to receive the report and refer this to a public hearing.
Seeing no objection, it is so ordered. We work on that item, council. Mr. President, department reports, please.
Your Honor, my one last chance to make the speakers go crazy. I'd like to make a motion that we waive the departmental reports, reading the departmental reports, as all members have copies, and copies are on file in the Legislative Assistant's office.
Second.
Motion made, seconded by Mr. Negushat. Discussion on the department reports. Seeing none, then I'll try your minds on acceptance. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposition? Before we adjourn, I want to recognize Mr. Scazafava, who had a birthday on Sunday. He thought we forgot about him over there singing in the choir. Now that he recognized me. Good job. At this time, I'll extend all committees and entertain a motion to adjourn. Second, seconded by Mr. Taylor. All in favor of adjournment, signify by saying aye.